Hey math friends, it's been a while since I've visited you at home, so I thought I'd give you a couple last videos to enjoy so you remember me over the summer. This one is just about finding x and y intercepts and slope and using that to graph lines. It's pretty cool. So these notes you should have in front of you, and I just want you to fill them in as you go. Think about any questions you have, anything that you find interesting, and jot them down and we can talk about it in class tomorrow. But first, some key vocabulary. We have x and y intercepts, which is important. So, vocabulary x, y intercepts, slope intercept form, standard form is important. So let's first look at what is standard form. Standard form of an equation is just a different way to write an equation, and it's written in the form a x. So a times x plus b times y equals c. So basically what we're saying is some real number times x plus some other real number times y is going to equal c. Now what we're going to learn is that we can rearrange that to write it in slope-intercept form, or we can use this to find the x and y intercepts, and that's going to help us when we want to draw lines. So finding the x and y intercepts here is the key, and all you have to do is plug in 0 into either the x or the y of this equation, and it will give you the intercept. So let's have a look at that if we can. Here's an example. So this is standard form. ax plus by equals c, where a is -3. So I like to define my variables or define what these things mean. It makes it a little bit easier for me. A equals -3. B would equal a +6 because of the plus sign. And then, that's a terrible 6. And then C would equal 12. But I want to find the x and the y intercepts here. So to find the x-intercept, all I have to plug in is a 0 for y. Okay, x-intercept 0 for y. So let's see how that goes. And I think I need a little bit of more room. I'm going to stop recording just for a sec. Okay, I'm back. So x-intercept, we're going to plug in a 0 for y. So I have -3 x, I still have the x, plus 6 times 0 equals 12. Now I just solve this equation. So -3, I like to draw the line, remember. 6 times 0 is just 0. I don't have to do anything there. -3x equals 12. And remember, to solve a one-step equation here, I do inverse operations. This is -3 times x, so the inverse of multiplying is going to be, oh, I lost my pen, is going to be dividing by -3. So I divide there, and I get x equals -4. 12 divided by -3 is -4. Now what that means is I have this point on the graph, or I should have this point on the graph, which is, I got slow response time here, x -4, y 0, right? Because I plugged in 0 for y and I found x was -4. So I'm going to go to x, go to -4, 0, and I'm going to plot that point right there. That's my x-intercept, -4. Okay? This is the x-intercept on the x-axis. Well, now I want to find the y-intercept, and I'm going to do the same thing except plug in 0 for x. So let me box this, and I'm going to do, sorry, I'm trying to organize the notes a little bit for you. This was the x-intercept here, and I'm going to do the y-intercept in green up here, okay, y-intercept. So I'm going to plug in 0 for x, -3 times 0 plus 6y equals 12. I solve this equation. -3 times 0 is 0. I'm left with 6y equals 12. I do inverse operations, divide both sides by 6. and I get y equals 2. So now I have the point 0 for x, 2 for y. 0, 2 is right there. Now I have 2 points. This is a linear equation. I connect the dots, and I wish I could draw a straight line with this. I don't know how to, so I'm going to just freehand it. Let me see if I can do it. Goes through those 2 points. Come on, like that. There's my line. Not bad. So using x and y intercepts, I can plot them. I can plot them on my coordinate plane, draw the line, and now I have a graph. Let's move on to the next kind of bit of information, which is, let me get rid of this box I should have last time. Maybe? Okay. So slope-intercept form, this is what I already introduced, where we have y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, and this b is already the y-intercept. If I isolate the y variable over here, the b is going to be my y-intercept. Now we want to change this equation into slope-intercept form. To do that, all we have to do, come on pen, where are you pen? All we have to do is solve for y. There we go. So I'm going to draw my line, and I want to isolate y. I want to get it all by itself. So I'm going to do multiple steps to get y all by itself. The first step I'm going to do is subtract 4x from both sides. As soon as my pen responds, minus 4x. Still working here, sorry. Minus 4x from this side. Positive 4x minus 4x, those cancel. I subtract 4x from this side, and what I end up with is a 3y here equals, I like to write it this way. All I did was use the commutative property to switch those around. I still have this 3 attached to y, so I need to do inverse operations. The opposite of multiplying here is dividing. So I'm going to divide by 3. That gives me y all by itself, and I need to divide this side by 3. This whole thing by 3. So what it ends up with is y equals negative 4/3 x plus 3. Now I have this equation, which is in slope-intercept form, and that will allow me to graph it. And let me show you how we can graph that on a coordinate plane. Hang on just a second. I'm going to pause. Okay, here we go. Finishing this up, we have y equals negative 4/3 x plus 3. Remember, this number here, this plus 3, is the y-intercept. Okay? This is the slope. So I'm going to start with the y-intercept, which is plus 3. I go 0, I go up to 1, 2, 3, and I put a little dot. This is my y-intercept right there. Okay? Now from here I can do my slope. I know my slope is negative. It's going downhill left to right. So I'm going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and now I have another point. 2 points on my graph. I could have went up this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 3, but I would have been off the graph. So from here, now that I have 2 points, I'm going to try to connect the dots again if I can. Oh. Just like that. And I have a graph of this line, slope, y-intercept. Remember, slope here is rise over run. So I rise, or I actually went down, and then I ran. So that's a quick brief on standard form using x and y intercepts to graph a line, changing standard form to slope-intercept forms. Now what I would like for you to do is go to your notebooks and do the following. Okay, just quickly finish. Just give yourself a little rating. How can you do so far in this unit? Can you write solutions to an ordered pair? Remember, try to use different colors if you can. Make it look pretty. Can you find the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane? Just show me how you can do. So my red is my new. I got that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Can I graph equations? You betcha, after that amazing lesson. Can you use the slope of a line to understand and draw graphs? Yep, nailed it. What about identifying x and y intercepts? I need some practice, despite that amazing notes. Can I find the equation of a line given the slope and point? Nope, still don't even know what that means. So I'm still here, starting out. I can represent situations with graphs, tables, equations, and words. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good with that. So just give yourself a little self-assessment. That was 11 minutes of amazing fun. Come to class with anything that you thought was interesting or anything that you're still confused about, and hopefully we can clear it up. It was nice visiting you at home or at the atrium or on the bus, wherever you watch this. Hopefully it was helpful. See you tomorrow. Bye.